and welcome to my channel. I am Erin Witherspoon and I'm really glad that you found me. I love to help people develop their journaling habits and use creativity to do so in order to help them heal. I have done it with my own journaling practice and found it very healing. You are watching the third tutorial in my series called Hand Lettering Basics of the Numbers. And what are we doing today? Well, let's get started once again so I can show you. On the screen right now, you'll see the tools that you're going to need to follow along with me for today's tutorial. You can use items that you have on hand. You don't need any special tools to achieve the hand-lettered look. You'll just need a marker or a pen, a pencil, an eraser, and some paper. Now, if you're going to use blank white printer paper, that works just fine, but you'll need a ruler in that case or a straight edge of some sort to draw the guidelines onto your page, as you'll see once the tutorial gets going. Or you can skip that step altogether and go to my website and download the hand lettering practice sheet that you see here on the screen for free. Here's an extra little tip for you. If you're using a Sharpie like I am in these videos, make sure that you use a really heavy paper to prevent the ink from bleeding through onto the surface that you're working on. I use a 96-pound artist paper, but if you don't have anything that thick, no worries. You can always practice on a regular white printer paper. Just stack a stack of scrap papers underneath it to catch the bleed through for you so you don't damage that desktop that you're working on. I think we're ready then, so let's get to work. Let's learn how to letter the numbers 5 and 6. If this is the first time you've tried hand lettering, you might wonder what the difference is between this and regular handwriting. And the primary difference is the thickness of the stroke. So with hand lettering, the downstrokes are thickened and the upstrokes are thinner. So this here would be a downstroke. This one here would also be a downstroke. So what's that going to look like when you use your marker to draw it? So you'll draw the top part, that first downstroke, and then just thicken it up a little bit. Go ahead and do the bump on the 5 and thicken that up because it's also a downstroke. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Let's try a Sharpie. See what that's going to look like. So this is a downstroke, you'll thicken that up, draw the bump, and because that's a downstroke, you're going to thicken the downward portion of that. And that's all there is to it. So this hand-lettered or faux calligraphy look is really not as difficult as it might seem at first glance. So you're just going to practice this over and over again and try it with a bigger bump and a smaller bump, and try it with a longer downstroke or a shorter downstroke. You can thicken it up more, thicken it up less, and see just what works for you the most. Now if you're following along in this series, then you'll know that I'm showing you 2 ways to draw each number in each video, but I don't know another way to draw the number 5. So if you know another way to do it, I'm asking you to please comment below and point me in the right direction so I can learn something new too. I do know 2 ways to write the number 6, so let's get started with that. We'll start with pencil just like before. I'm going to draw a 6, and the downstroke portion of the 6 would be right there. So what's that going to look like with the marker? We'll thicken up that downstroke here with the pencil so you can see before you commit. That part there will be thickened. Okay, where is my Sharpie? There is the downstroke. Move it back around and then go back and thicken up that downstroke. Just like that. Let's try it one more time. Downstroke. A little bit bigger loop this time. Just like with the other numbers, you can play around with it a little bit and see what you like the best. Alright, I promised you 2 ways to do the number 6, so let's grab that pencil again and we'll show you the second way. This time you're going to start with an upstroke. Otherwise, very similar. That's the downstroke there. That's an upstroke. If you want to try thickening it up just to play around, you would thicken up that little bit there. But this first little bit of the stroke, that first stroke is up. So you're going up, and down. And you're going to thicken there. little bit there if you want to just try it. See how it looks. All right, let's go back in with the marker. Up, down, up, down. Thicken it there. And a little bit there. Oh, I like this orange. Let's keep practicing. We'll do another one. I've leaned it forward a little bit. You can switch up the way your numbers look by leaning them forward, leaning them backwards, and try different looks out that way as well. Lots of stuff you can do. There you have it. That's it for the numbers 5 and 6, and I hope you'll join me back here again next week. Hold on there, not so fast, don't run away quite yet. If you've seen my previous videos in this series, then you know that I like to throw a little bonus doodle at the end of my hand lettering tutorials. So in today's doodle video, I'm going to show you how to do a fun little thing with stars. I started with a marker that hasn't been used in a while. There we go, we'll get the ink flowing now. I'm just going to draw some circles. I don't want them to be perfect. I want them to be a little staggered. I'm going to go ahead and go in here and hand letter the number 2. Now I'm going to make not a straight line, a little bit crooked. You know how I feel about straight lines. I can never make them quite straight, so I'm going to draw a few stars in here. This is just a really quick way to kind of cutesy up, if that's a word, cutesy up your journal pages. It's a good way to warm up your hand. It's also a good way to express how you're feeling if you do some doodling on the page along with your journaling. So there you have it, just like that. If you're enjoying these videos and you want to continue learning how to hand letter the rest of the numbers, then go ahead and click the subscribe button and have a look around on my channel for the little bell. If you click that as well, then you'll get notified every time I upload a new video so that you don't miss out on anything. I hope to see you back here next week to learn how to hand letter the numbers 7 and 8. Take care until then. And don't forget to hop over to my website, erinwitherspoon.com, where you can download that free printable hand lettering practice sheet to use to practice along with me as we continue learning all the numbers.